Hi Greg, it's a great pleasure for me to meet you during your European tour. So, how are the things going now? Do you have a good time during this tour?
Having a great time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's busy, but fun.
Very busy, yeah? People are coming and...
Great turnouts,
great audience, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. And I know you have played with Paul Gilbert in Italy.
Friday night.
So, was it scheduled or just a
surprise?
No,
we were both in the same town, and so he knows Ricardo. Ricardo's sort of the tour manager.
Okay.
And he contacted Ricardo and just to let us know that if I wanted to, we were going to go to the show anyway. So we said, if we're coming to the show, see if Greg wants to come up and jam. And I said, yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay, so, but you didn't know each other before?
No, I know Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Paul. Yeah.
I took so.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you have done some duets CD in the past with Richie Kotzen. It would be great to make a new one also with Paul.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Oh, I'm sure it will be really great. Good mix.
Yeah, it'd be different.
Yeah. Who were your influences on jazz guitar when you were beginning, and have they stayed the same or have they changed over the years?
I'm constantly influenced by everybody, so it's hard to really say. As far as jazz influences, I don't think I had a specific influence, but I've listened to everybody who was ever significant from the jazz world or for the rock world. I mean, my influences really come from everybody. So, but I went through my John Scofield phases, and I went through my Pat Metheny phases, and George Benson. And
so lots of guitarists.
Tons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes guitarists learn with saxophonists playing. Like for example, I know that Frank Gambale has learned a lot by listening saxophonist.
Yeah.
So on your side, it's more guitar oriented.
I think for jazz, I probably just because it's easier for me to translate things that way. But I'm influenced by everybody. I mean, I just love music, so I'm sure that if I hear things that are happening from a sax player, piano player, keyboard player, whatever, I absorb some of that indirectly.
Concerning your new album, Soundproof, so I think it's one of the best you have done.
Wow, thank you very much.
So do you think it could be due to the fact that you worked with a full real band and not only session musicians?
I think so. I think that's a big part of it. I think also I didn't get too stressed out about the album. I didn't take a lot of extra time writing. I didn't really overthink anything. So I was determined for the process to be really fun and lighthearted, and just that's how it was. I didn't overthink it. Like Extraction, I did a lot of stressing and thinking and thinking.
I've read that.
So
very difficult to.
Yeah, it was, and then the more time that went on with that album, with it not being released, the more I felt like, I had to make sure that the level was even higher. So that was a difficult record for me, but it came out okay. And the last one was really easy.
That's why this name maybe Extraction with a dentist.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right.
Your last albums were strongly jazz fusion oriented, but you also know how to play neoclassical music. So do you think you could make a new CD in this style in the future? You think now your way is only jazz fusion?
No. I don't think, but I don't. The thing that a lot of people say, you started off as a neoclassical guitarist. I never really did. I was never really that. When my first album was really like a kind of blues rock kind of thing, and then
because there's also the one in duet with the keyboard player.
Right. That was the one album. Right. Because that album I was supposed to produce only. So originally, when with the Vitali's record, there was going to be a guitar player that came from, I forget where, somewhere like Czechoslovakia or something, and then there was supposed to be a bass player, and I was going to just be the guy sitting behind the mixing board. But as it turns out, the guitar player didn't show up, the bass player didn't show up, so I ended up playing guitar and playing bass, and mixing it and recording it.
So it's amazing, you play really neoclassical, but it's not what you do always.
It's not really what I would like to do. Yeah, that's not normally what I feel. you know, it was an interesting challenge because I had never done it before. So
maybe it gave a fresh view of this neoclassical type of guitar playing, you know.
Yeah,
like always the same licks.
Sure. Yeah, you definitely get some cool sequences out of it because he would challenge me with a lot of unusual things that I had to sort of think about. How am I going to do this? So it was challenging on that level. But yeah, I wouldn't say that my music is going to stay going in the direction that it's going because I always like to evolve and try things. And if anything, I feel that I'd like to actually come back to more of a kind of bluesy rock-based place at some point because you know I really like that too. So.
You have recently recorded a solo on the new Jason Becker album. So if you're okay, just to speak a little about this track. So what kind of music was it?
It's a pretty mellow song. It's almost like a blues ballad.
Okay.
Very, very pretty song. And he wrote it years ago. I remember he showed me that song 15, 16 years ago. And so maybe it was because of the fact that he knew I liked it that he asked me to play on that one. But it's a beautiful song. I played a solo, and I wasn't sure if I liked it. I let him hear it, and he thought, you know, I could do something a little bit different. I think he felt that I maybe overplayed the first one a little bit, so I went back and redid it. He really liked it, but it's definitely a laid back solo. But it's cool, you know.
Yeah, it's only emotion.
Yeah,
you know?
Basically, yeah.
Emotion,
exactly.
Singing.
Yeah, very
flowing.
Yeah, very melodic and just kind of.
Can't wait to hear this.
Cool.
So concerning your instrument, now you play on Laguna Guitars, so we can see in your hands. It's a nice guitar. So can you please tell us more on who are they? This company, Laguna?
Laguna is actually owned by Guitar Center, which is a gigantic music products.
It's a store. A store.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the U.S., they have over 200 stores, and it was designed by a guy whose name is Keith Brawley. He actually is a well-known guitar builder, and he actually had a company in the early part of the 2000s called Brawley, Brawley Guitars, and then recently he was hired on as head of sales and marketing for Guitar Center, so he came out with their guitar. And so when they came out with his model, they approached me and just wanted to know if I liked it, and I said I thought it was pretty cool, but if I was going to come on board, I would want to have input on my own design. So they gave me free reign to do whatever I wanted.
That's cool.
Within the context of his thing. So it's basically the same type of thing that I've always liked.
Yeah.
Humbuckers and Strat shape.
Strato style.
Yeah. 24 frets, maple fretboard and neck. So it's really cool. I love the guitar, and I love the company because they're really supportive, extremely supportive, and really nice people. So.
Okay. You also have a new project on the internet. It's ghworkshops.com.
Yes.
So, is it focusing on your personal guitar playing or more?
It's actually going to involve more people now. So it looks like we're going to have some other people on board. I know Steve Lukather is going to come on board. There's a lot of names I could list, but since we haven't contractually put it together yet, I'm going to refrain from doing that. But yeah,
so it's going to be something big.
It's going to be cool. It's going to not just be me, even though I'll be probably like the host of the site.
Okay. There was an imitator in your first video.
There was a what now?
An imitator, a guy, a funny guy who was it your idea?
No, it was my manager.
It was not your manager idea?
At the time, yeah. Because he had seen the Paul Gilbert video, and the Paul Gilbert video had some funny stuff, so he wanted to do something funny. And I didn't know.
Okay, it's fun.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad you liked it.
Is your brother okay?
Yes, he's doing well.
Still singing?
Yeah, still singing.
Yeah.
We may work together. Again,
you work together?
We may do something together.
Oh, that's great. That's maybe a scoop.
Perhaps.
Oh, okay, cool. Good question.
Good question.
Okay, Greg, thank you very much for this interview, and thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.